Hey everyone, this is Prince Watercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Illusion of Gaia. In the last episode, we finally escaped from Edward Castle with Kara. Found out that we have to head to a Tory village where thankfully our grandparents are located and are now safe. And now we have found that we have had to come all the way over here to the Incan ruins in order to find the first of 6 mystic statues. Of course, we had to do a few trials along the way, which involved meeting the moon camp and getting the 2 Incan statues, but other than that, it was all worth it, and we are now at the first dungeon in the game, the Incan ruins. And the music in this dungeon is really good, by the way. All of the dungeons have their own individual music, so you'll definitely know when you're in a dungeon. There was a tremendous wind at the Larai cliff. That's probably what the old man meant by the breath of the spirits. This is the cliff with no wind. My heart beats fast. But as soon as you start moving around, there's wind. There is a specific location that doesn't have wind, but we have to get there first. We will meet a whole slew of new enemies, just as we always do with every new area. And I don't know how I managed to do that. There are mud creatures that will step back a bit and charge at you, mostly in retaliation to being hit. And you also have these little face statues that will spin around and shoot those little darts at you. They always shoot in 4 directions. It'll be all diagonals or both horizontally and vertically simultaneously. You definitely want to get rid of all the enemies in every area that you go to. That way you can straighten up your character and be ready for the fights ahead. And that did not take long for us to get the defense point for this area. Also, there is a little diamond-shaped tile here. Remember that for later. Anyway, we have these little worm creatures from the Moob tribe camp challenge again. This time they're just a regular enemy, and you can take as long as you need to destroy them. Just remember to have them spin towards you, and you can just get them in a loop endlessly. Not really that hard. There are a few more enemies in this room. Thankfully, they're the ones that we already met when we began this area. There will be a few more new ones, and I will mention them when they show up. Also, this is a ramp, but we won't be able to use it quite yet. For now, though, just focus on concentrating your efforts on these guys. Always use a strike, then the jump strike afterwards in order to do the most damage in the least amount of time. And be ready to block those darts with your shoulder buttons, L and R. Yes, the telekinesis action will also let you block attacks. Keep that in mind. And now that we've beaten all of that enemy in particular, we can use this ramp if we need to. And we also have an extra hit point. At least that ramp will take us somewhere. Also, that door took us to something that we will be using. The diamond-shaped block. We will have to go back to the diamond-shaped hole in the ground in order to put the tile in there and, of course, open up this little bridge across these spikes. You can't walk into the spikes, you'll just stop short of walking into it. But now that we have that opened up, we can now cross to this door and explore more of the outside area of the Larai Cliff Incan Ruins area. And I can't believe I got that close and took some dumb damage. Great! And by destroying that enemy, we can make our way back up to the entrance to the dungeon in case we need to go over there for whatever reason. But we don't really need to at the moment. For now, though, let's just take care of this mud creature and take care of these as well. And then head to the north here. But first, we can go ahead and talk to this destroyed skeleton and explore who sought the ink and gold chip. In the skeleton's hand is some kind of charm. Inside it is a scrap of paper with this written on it. Father, please come back alive. Nana. When you find a gold ship, buy a krook. Sabas. Apparently he came from another part of the world to find treasure in the Ink ruins, but unfortunately lost his life in the process. Anyway, destroy all those statues with the Psycho Dash, and you'll be able to get another herb. I believe that is the third one in the game? Yeah, that is the third one. Alright. And of course, there's nothing to the left, so just go ahead and head back outdoors. We'll be able to reach more of that room momentarily. For now, though, let's just drop down here, and we'll get another door to go through. When you go through this little narrow vertical section, you want to concentrate on one face statue at a time. And then back away to do the whole blocking deal. And then as soon as they shoot their little dart projectiles, be ready to hit them all over again. We have another statue coming up, and let's go ahead and hold the button, do the Psycho Dash, and now we can take care of these little worm enemies. And it appears you can knock enemies into other enemies. But we have another point of strength. That will definitely help us with the enemies here. Now we can do one more point of damage. And another new enemy here. These little green slimes that will pop in and out of the floor. They go down in a few strikes, but they do pop in and out, so you'll have to keep a good lookout for where they're going to pop up. Also, that statue that was flying around in circles is also a new enemy. If you can keep your eye on it, you can actually hit it just about every time it moves towards you. You can actually just rotate around it rather quickly and get a few hits in very, very easily. Also, there is a door there, and I believe there isn't anything else that we can do. I believe there is a ramp. Yeah, there's a ramp here, but we can't do anything with it right now. Also, there's an enemy that we'll have to destroy. But we're going to have to be Freedom if we want to reach it. Thankfully, we will be changing into Freedom soon enough. Also, the blue worms. They don't really seem to be any stronger, but they don't go all the way to one side of the room in case they attack you. They just lunge towards you, and as soon as they lunge to where you are, they immediately uncurl, and then they'll just do what they usually do. There's something on the ground here. If I can move that gold statue, I can pass. Something tells me we'll be keeping that in mind for later. For now, though, let's go up this ladder and take care of this guy. And we have another shortcut, this time leading to an earlier part of the stage. And we have these statues. These are also enemies. These are new enemies. And if you walk up to them, they will come to life and attack you using their spears, and sometimes hitting you with flames that crawl across the ground. Stepping in a gold tile emits a sound. There are 4 gold tiles. Stand on each of the 4 tiles at the same time. You will have to use your telekinesis in order to move these statues. Trying to move them just by pushing them manually will cause these statues to awaken, and you'll end up dead just like that skeleton of that guy that we just saw. Now, put 3 statues on 3 of the tiles, and then step on the 4th one. This will open up this door. Now, once you go down here, you'll see a dark portal, a dark space portal. That will let you transform into Freedom. Be very careful with these gold tiles, because if you look at this skeleton, you'll find out he lost his life in a trap. Also, these darts actually glow purple and blue. That's interesting. Didn't know I could get it stuck in a sort of animation. Anyway, those gold tiles will actually cause these little tiles to fall. And if they hit you from above, if you're right in the shadow of them, you will take damage. It's not an insta-kill, but I wouldn't want to be in the path of those shadows. Thankfully, the rest of the gold tiles let you make your way over to the Dark Portal, where we will transform into Frieden. Now that we're here, why not? And of course, talk to Gaia whenever you need to heal. Don't use a herb unless you're fighting a boss. Let's not record yet. Remember, you only have like a few herbs at any given time, and you want to save them for when you really need them, like during a boss battle. Anyway, now that we're Frieden, we have an easier time doing at least 4 points worth of damage on an enemy at any given swing, which is really nice. Also, you have an extra point of defense, and we can go down here anytime without having to move around outside. And when you go down this door, you'll end up over here. The wind in the valley plays a melody. The statue seems to be singing. You've learned the melody of the wind. We will definitely be using that as well later. For now, let's continue exploring the Incan ruins with Frieden. Also, you can talk to the statue even if the tile is on top of it. You have to talk to it from the right side though, but you can still do it. And now we need to go back to where the one statue we need to destroy was. You can destroy it with will, but I'd rather show it as the game intends you to destroy it. And I believe you do go over here. I find it weird that Frieden carries a sword, but no shield. I mean, he looks awesome. No, that's not the way to go. It's the one on the left. As I was saying, I find it really interesting and strange that Frieden has a sword but no shield. I think it would look pretty cool with a shield, don't you think? That's where we want to go. Also, the statue is gone. No, wait. Wrong again. Though I do find it strange that the statue is gone. I have to go even earlier than that. Well, I'm gonna have to go forward to go back now. Since I'm kind of needlessly backtracking because, well, I thought I knew where I was going, but I didn't. Oh, well, never mind. I was going the right way. Now, you can rush up to the statue with will and then attack accordingly, and if you're in the right position, you can actually hit that statue with the flute. But I'm just going to do as intended with Frieden. Anyway, I was going to mention that there's a red jewel, and only one in this area. Thankfully, it won't be too hard to find. Remember where all the statues were? Yeah, we will be going back there for it. Also, hey, I was right, more enemies. Also, those statues are even easier to reach with Frieden. And we have another hit point! And let's not go all the way back to the other end. Let's just go down here below this door. This is where you start finding the enemies as statues proper. Speaking of the room with the 4 statues that we were in earlier, that one did not have a forest, so don't worry about not getting a bonus from that room, because there isn't a stat bonus over there. You'll get nothing for destroying the 4 statues, and they will respawn in case you leave that room and go back to it. Destroying enemies with Frieden is very, very fun, I do have to admit. And by destroying that statue, we can use this ramp up top to go further into this room. And I don't want to do that just yet. Not quite yet. Because there are enemies that I will miss if I do. And of course, if in case it hasn't been mentioned already, you can always use your telekinesis to grab the dark stones, so, well, you can grab them. It should be noted that the dark stones do disappear after a while, so you want to grab them as quickly as possible. Also, you want to grab as many of them as you can, because it takes a while to stockpile a lot of lives. Matter of fact, I don't think you can reach the maximum of 9 until you're like a little more than halfway through the game, I think. Anyway, this green guy will throw spears. And you have to be positioned rather perfectly, like they have to hit your chest in order for them to do damage to you. There are two types of beacon statues. The purple ones and the green ones. The green ones will just throw the spears at you, while the purple ones will actually shoot those little waves of fire towards you. Now, you can't go towards those statues and have them go at you automatically. You have to hit this switch in order to get all 4 to attack you. This is a lot easier to do with Frieden, because you have added range and power. So you definitely want to keep that in mind. And we have a few more enemies here. Not a problem for Frieden and his sword. And there should be another one here. Yes! That is the last enemy of the outside area, and we have another ladder pop up to give us a shortcut to wherever it is we need to go. Where does this lead to, just for reference? Ah, this one. Okay. Alright, there should be some more ooze enemies here. Let's go ahead and get all those dark stones. Nothing to the left. Also, I like Frieden's running animation too. He'll probably be your favorite of the playable characters throughout the game, just like he is for me. I mean, just look at him. He's got armor, cape, and long blonde hair. Just look at him. Also, the paths here are pretty linear. Also, another switch to activate 4 statues. This time they're all the purple variety, so you definitely want to concentrate on 1 or 2 of them at any given time. So that way, you can make finding them all a lot easier. Now, you could run down this ramp, but you want to stop halfway through because of all these ooze monsters here. And can I do it? Can I do this skateboard style? Probably not. Oh, wait, I can! Alright, there we go. And we have some statue heads to destroy as well, and I'm going to do that right now. Ooh, a 5-pointer. Not a lot of those in the game. And we have another extra hit point. You get quite a few extra hit points in this area. The game is generous with them at this point in the game. Also, another dark portal. And another skeleton we can interact with. There's some kind of journal. Note about the Incas. They have no written language. They've left their legends in sound. I have succeeded in deciphering the Incan melody of the wind. Chant in the golden room. Does that mean to play the melody of the wind? So we will have to transform back into Will. For now, though, I want to take out all the enemies in here and get this red jewel. I believe that is the only one in the Incan ruins. Now, I could take care of all these guys as well, but I like doing 5 damage on mud creatures and worms. And I'll be able to do even more. Frieden will usually be stronger than Will, so it's usually cool to have him in the dungeons, but unfortunately, if you're playing as Frieden, you can't play the flute. Matter of fact, here's the wind melody. You can't play it because if you're playing as Frieden at all, the game won't let you. So you have to transform in the Will. And we'll be doing just that. I can't remember if I'm at full health. Did I take a hit? No. Good, I'm at full health. Otherwise she would have told me to close my eyes as soon as I talked to her. Alright! We need to get somewhere. And that somewhere is over here. This is the Golden Room. We have the Melody of the Wind equipped. In case you don't know what it was, it's that green note in the inventory. Go ahead and play the Wind Melody, and we'll automatically play it. When touched by the echo of the flute, the gold block began to glow. Here's the block you want to stand on. Just keep standing on it. And hopefully, a door will open. There we go. Oh, okay, I know where we are now. No. Don't play the wind melody. You want to go down these ladders and place these statues on these little mantles. I believe that Incan statue A goes on the mantle to the right, and B goes into the one on the left. You can't interchange them, amazingly. I just now realize the game doesn't let you do that. Also, I should change into Frieden if this thing will let me, because I have the feeling that thing is there for a reason. Yeah, if it's letting me change into Frieden, it's definitely there for a reason. So, let's go ahead and change into Frieden now. Place the statues, and we have this sound going on. You know what you want to do? Is stand on the square. All of a sudden, the wind will blow, and you'll be carried to the left, to this area. Now, what does this do? Oh, it just takes you back, in case you want to save your game. Give you one last chance to change into Frieden and save your game if you need to. And now we have wind blowing around. That's pretty nice. No, I went through that way too fast. I forgot that gave us boss hands. Yes, there's a boss here. And I went through it fast again. I'll give you some advice. Then you will fight a huge enemy. When he suffers damage, rays of light will shoot from his head. If you suffer damage, hide behind him. Record what's happened so far? Yeah, I'll do that even though I did it again. Anyway. And we should be able to return to that square, and we will be carried back to this area. But what awaits us behind this door? Join me next time where I fight the first boss of the game, and hopefully see what's comes after the boss. See what the rewards of the Incan ruins are. So until then, this is Prince Watercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!